Yo, what is going on, guys? DJ Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a detailed look and review of these guys right here. These are the Adidas R2 in the Primeknit upper. As you can see, the materials on the shoe. And basically, I wanted to do a detailed review of these and also compare them to the R1s that happened last year. And you can see some of the differences between these two models. At first glance, it looks like the only major difference was they removed these blocks, but there's actually quite a few subtle differences that I'm going to point out in this video. So if you guys liked the video and it was helpful for you guys in determining on whether you should buy the R1 or the R2, leave a comment, let me know, and also hit the thumbs up button if you guys would like to support the video. And let's go ahead and get into the review. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box first, and you can see it says right here, it says NMD R2 PK. And those stand for a lot of things. The NMD actually originally stood for Nomad, from what I understand it. R2, I'm assuming, stands for Running 2, or R, I don't know what the R stands for, honestly. And PK, we know it stands for Primeknit. This is the first colorway that came out in the men's sneakers. They had a black one in women's, and I don't know what the future holds for this model, but this is what we ended up getting. And again, at first glance, it looks very, very similar to the previous, but you could see that the biggest change was they ended up changing these blocks off of the outside of the sneaker, and then on the inside, they actually changed the whole dynamic of it. Also, the other major difference is they removed the lace spots on this right here, and then they kind of just made it into the sneaker on this one, as you can see from the lace holes. So another one of the major differences is the location for where the tongue goes. This stretch material is much higher on the twos than it is on the first ones. And actually something I didn't realize until I started to look at these in person. And so this is definitely much higher, giving it kind of a different look in general to the shoe. And then the other part that is massively different is the heel cup. So the heel cup now has this kind of a suede material that's holding it down. And then the other one still has kind of the plastic back here on the R1. So those ones are majorly different. The R1 for both versions have the plastic cup on the back, for those wondering. And the main difference between these two from the R1 regular version and then the Primeknit is obviously this collar. You can see this collar for the sock-like fit versus this one, which is definitely more open. So another thing that I should mention about this shoe that they ended up changing was the soles. It looks very much the same, but actually there's quite a bit different. If you look at the pattern tractions, you can see the toe box traction is different. These look fairly similar, but then this cut is different, squared off versus rounded. And then the back section back there is also different, as you can see right here. So those are some changes to the soles. Materials feel very, very much the same though. The difference in the boost is a little bit more on the R2 also. If you guys see the close-up, you'll see that the back section is angled a little bit more right here versus the R1. And so that is kind of a significant difference. If you saw my video review of the R1, it just was not the most comfortable pair of sneakers out there, because I believe it was all muted because of this stabilization sort of part. But they didn't use that on this one, and it is like different because the inside of the shoe is where they actually ended up making the changes and adding the reinforcement of a kind of a tough material on the inside of the shoe that make it so it feels a little bit more stable, so you're not going to roll your ankles in these shoes because of that. Now, does it make a huge difference for the boost? To be 100% honest, I haven't noticed a ton of difference in the boost. I wore both pairs of them. They're still comfortable, and it's still boost, and it's still way above of any other sneakers that are on the market. But is it more comfortable than the previous model? In the Primeknit version, I would have to say it's a wash. It's not that noticeable where I put it on my feet, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely a superior sneaker. Maybe I'm jaded because I have so much affection towards the Ultra Boost and the Ultra Boost ST. They're definitely comfortable. I feel like I'm giving these a bad rap because these are crazy comfortable. It's just really hard to compete against the Ultra Boost. All right, so the last part of the video that I wanted to cover is the fit of the sneakers and how they compare to the previous version. This is one of those subjects that I don't really like to cover because I don't want to mislead you guys based upon my assumptions of the way my feet are and the way I like to wear my sneakers. That's really just, it's kind of one of those things that's unfortunate because you really have to try them on to really identify with yourself. Yes, this is truly the way X, Y, or Z person says it fits, because again, there's just all different expectations with fit. For me personally, I have a 9.5 in the regular NMDs. I have a 9.5 in the Primeknits, even though the Primeknits have ran a little bit big. So if I get a 9, it fits me the same as a 9.5 in these. I will say that even the 9.5 fits just fine though, because of the style of the sneaker. For myself personally, I like the looser fit of these shoes. So if it's a half size too big, it doesn't really affect the way I wear the shoe. It's still going to be worn casually. Same thing with these ones. I wore these ones around and they felt fine. 9.5 felt just fine. It felt like a perfect size for me. I probably could have done a 9, but honestly 9.5 true to size is the one that if I was going to buy another pair, would be the size that I would get of this shoe. Now, if you guys have a different opinion, leave some comments in the comment section. I know I've seen some people say that these run a half size too big, so you should get a size 9 if you're a 9.5 normally. Or, I mean, I've even heard full size run differences. I'm not the expert on this stuff. I personally, it's just the way that I personally like the fit of the shoe, where it doesn't matter by a half size difference. But anyway, stay tuned on the channel. I will have a video that will be helpful for those trying to understand what size sneaker they are. And it's definitely something that I am looking forward to being able to bring you guys in the next week or so. So check back to the channel. Hit the bell, the notification bell, next to the subscribe button. If you guys have not done that, it will notify you when I do post new videos. And then you guys can kind of be in the loop of when those videos go down. But hopefully you guys like the video. Let's go ahead and leave it with you guys in the comment section. What do you guys think about the NMD R2 PKs? Is it something that you guys see yourself buying? Is the price point at $170 too high? Do you guys want a regular model? I know one of the things that throw people off about this model, and it doesn't let them fully appreciate it yet, is because of this crazy pattern on it. Like the fact that it has these kind of block patterns on it, I don't think people really love it. What do you guys think about the R2? I'm curious to see. Weigh in the comment section. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys for some more videos soon. Peace, guys.